Warm welcome to everyone here as we gather around and settle in for session 7 of the Shrouded Shore. That's the name of our session is becoming increasingly a tongue twister. I'm Amelie, Dragon Mom and Dungeon Master for today's session, and with me are Cross as,
Desticia!
Draken as,
Maker.
Vertizen as,
Grid.
and Yulia as.
Bayleaf.
Excellent. Would anyone like to kick us off with a summary of last session's story?
I'm happy to, unless someone else wants it.
I have a mouthful of pizza, so go ahead.
Okay. Last session, the party escorted a bunch of the refugees from the Argid mines to Nestlin. We sort of acted as a rear guard and sorted out a few little item interactions to get ourselves equipped. But we finally arrived at Nestlin to find that there are already camps being set up. Lots of the refugees that moved faster than those we were with already having arrived at town. We met with the resistance there just to talk over a few things, whether they wanted us to do more, whether we should be moving on. And we were mostly left to our own devices with some instructions on get Stishi educated on things as her reputation has exploded a little bit. But we essentially had a nice, easy time around town. Got some clothes made for us for free, which was very good. Spent a few days working our various little jobs or learning or so on. Until finally it was time for us to move on. Before we did so, we decided we would visit the praetor of the town, see if we could get some more work or, just see what the situation was. And we found that the praetor was a man who was more concerned with keeping the peace and making sure that food and so on kept flowing than cracking down on anything, unlike his military counterpart in town. So we took a job from him to basically send some messages up north on the down low to get some friends of his, some political allies, to vote in the same way he wanted to. We took these messages back to the resistance, who gave them some information on it, and they sort of asked us our opinion on the matter, and we decided it would be best to get these messages through first, but then have another message be discovered by his rival in town so we could destabilize things after the fact. With that, we decided to make our way north, and I believe that was it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Give me my prize.
you know what? I've been thinking about what different prizes. For now, have a hero point. It's just a reroll. It's an inspiration.
I love
basically.
hero points. Does this game do the thing where we auto refresh one at the start, or
For now, I'm going with no, but
okay.
I've
In
been
the
thinking
rules?
about what exactly to do with hero points.
In the rules, it says that they recharge. You get one each session. You get one dependent on whatever the DM thinks you deserve one, and you lose any at the end of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So,
so
and you can have
normally
a
you get one at a
maximum-
session, but use them or you lose them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that works for now. Everyone gets one, and then Yuli, you get a second one for your
Tasty.
lovely recap.
Sounds
It
reasonable.
gets to be even more blatant.
Yeah.
Now, bit congested today. All right. It has been 4 solid days of travel heading north along what was once known as the Pilgrims Road, the most common route taken by Partuvians from the southern half of the province towards the great temple of Nessus. These days it remains an important trade artery, and you regularly pass by other travelers, some in high spirits, others wary. You spend your second evening in the company of a young couple with half a dozen children under the age of 10, looking to move their family down to the relative safety of the underground city of Uami, while the current political unrest blows over. On your 4th day, you pass by the remains of an Imperial patrol, complete with a pair of dead thralls stripped of their armor. Your flatback friend isn't really any faster than you are at a brisk walk, but it does make the journey more pleasant, able to carry the bulk of your supplies and a passenger or two at a time. offering a bit of respite from slogging through the muddy road on foot. It cooperates with you easily, well trained, and apparently happy with its new owners. Every now and then it'll just sort of clack its claws in a tempo that only it really seems to be aware of, but seems to be fairly happy. As you approach the town of Paimas, though, mid-morning on your 5th day of travel, you crest a small hill and see it come properly into view. Did I?
We are loading a new map, yes.
Yes.
Loading. 98% loading.
I'm still 98%.
100% loaded.
I'm in.
Rawhide.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah, I see it.
So, you can see.
It says game is paused.
Is it paused? Unpause, please. Unpaused.
Yeah.
Don't know what that actually means. I think it's just.
It is so that because there's a lot of things that players can do, they can move the tokens around. User GM can lock it down.
I see.
Oh,
That makes sense. No fiddling with it, the GM isn't looking, basically. So, Paimas is a thriving port built on a river delta spread across a handful of islands with bustling streets and, today, a faint haze of smoke. You can see there's several buildings near the docks that look to have been reduced to burnt-out husks, and nearly all the town's ships are docked despite it being a prime hour for fishing. Those that are on the water are further up the river. Out in the harbor, 3 larger vessels fly colorful sails, hanging in a tight formation with no sign of any fishing occurring.
Yar.
Oh? Looks like somebody's beat us to it. Town's already on fire.
You do have, before you get to the town proper, there is like a small trade junction where there's a stable, there's like a Imperial like accountant who's basically tracking goods coming into and out of the town. But this seems like it's where you'd be wanting to leave your crab.
Vesticia has been taking full advantage of the fact that they're allowed 1 passenger on the crab, and it is taking that advantage whenever possible. Currently, she's sitting on top of the crab and stands to get a better look at the hazy city line to see if she can see flames still on or off.
On or off?
A light.
There do not seem to be any active fires. Most of the like damage to the town seems to be centered around the harbor fortress. You see a kind of blocky building of Imperial architecture. There's several other like Imperial kind of towers that are probably loaded up with ballistas and what have you. But
You said there's an Imperial scribe around here?
yeah, there's like basically a, what's the term? Like a bookkeeper, like an
Regular?
accountant. Yeah, like a surveyor. Someone who's keeping track of what's going in and out.
Are they out front or...
Yeah, they're out front. They're hanging out in the trade junction area. Kind of shouting like, hey, you put that over there, this over there. Like, you see a few other, like, traders here with their own crabs.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Sorry, what do you need? Oh, are you merchants?
Yeah, we just arrived. What, She just points out to the harbor.
That there's been a small disturbance. Some manner of outlaws are they're causing trouble in the harbor. They have some manner of magical weapon that they have been using to make a nuisance of themselves. I assure you, the praetor and council of the town are in meetings as we speak, and are discussing how to rid us of this particular nuisance. There have been no real casualties as yet, but we are taking every precaution to ensure that trade resumes quickly and safely. If you are looking for a sea route, then I recommend you stay here for a day or two. I understand it may be inconvenient. If you are on a land route, you may proceed to the north without worry.
See, we got a message to send by sea.
Well, I suppose that could be arranged, but
Suppose we could just
Well-
drop it off and they can send it off when the seas are clear.
Yeah, it's I instantly Naisling here. From the Praetor of Naisling.
I see. Well, if you have a message for the Praetor, Praetor Tullia and Consul Pina are they should be meeting in the garrison as we speak. Do
Is it,
try to make
safe?
it quick. They are obviously very busy at the moment resolving this current debacle.
It's actually safe to go into town.
Oh yes, the pirates, for lack of a better term, are quite insistent on. They've been damaging anyone who sets out beyond the river mouth, but they seem to have no interest in bombarding the city itself. But a caution
Some kind
has
of blockade.
A caution has been made, but I do not believe their weapons are equipped for function beyond the very fringe of the harbor. For all indications, they slightly outrange our town's own harbor defenses, but not by much. They would need to get too close. They'd need to get within range of our own weapons to do much harm to the city as a whole.
Thanks for the information.
Again, it's a nuisance, but if you're intending to send anything by sea, do not worry, we'll have it resolved soon.
Thank you kindly.
We're not allowed to bring our crab into the city, are we?
No, not unless you're keeping to the main road and heading out the north exit. Understand that we need to keep the streets clear for local business and what have you.
We will be travelling through, but probably best to stable it for now before we
Of course.
mosey about.
There's a nominal fee for that here. Just 5 coppers, I believe, is the stable fee.
Of course, no problem. Do I give that to you or?
Yes, I'll simply. She just holds a hand out.
Okay, Bailey will give her 5 coppers.
Thank you. And again, please, I understand this is a irksome situation. We would ordinarily have dealt with it already, but we are being cautious given recent events.
Well, of course. It's reasonable to be so careful in times like these.
Well, welcome to the city, regardless.
Thank you.
She sort of waves you off and goes off to inspect the cargo of a big old red flatback that this appears to be like a tradesman who's like arguing against, like, oh, you don't have to check the crates on my crab. I'm sure it's only this or that. And
One
Nothing
moment.
illegal.
May I have like mod powers? Because it seems like there's a bot in the chat.
there is a bot in the chat.
Oh yeah, you will
Advertise.
Yeah.
always get these.
Yes. How do I get
I
rid
wish
of this person?
For power.
You should be able to click on their name and
Yeah,
have
right.
options.
Right click
Or
on
ban.
them.
Ban them.
Don't even need to right click. You should be able to left click on the name.
Ah, I see. And I see
3 dots on the side.
3 dots. block?
Block will just block them for you.
Oh, I see. Where is ban? Oh, could this be? Oh, ban. There we go. Banned. Huzzah!
You have killed
first-
one follower.
Our first ban.
No, our second. In like our remember we had in one of our first sessions there was that one.
Yeah.
Ah,
I think our very
Crammer.
first session, but our second ban. The kill count is rising. Or at the very least, they've been banished.
yeah.
That's what ban stands for, right? Ban stands for banish.
Banishment, yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry. What was the question, or was it just about the?
That was it.
Okay.
It was just bringing attention to it.
I wanted to go back to our roots and roll an engineering lore check to see if Maker can make an educated guess about the pirates' weapons.
Yes, you can.
Justicia pats the crab on the claw.
Don't worry,
Ah.
Canceramicus. We'll be back. You just be a
Hey.
good crab right now.
Well, that's a 3.
It's you're not going to get that much from that. You do know there are advanced weapons that can outrange like a harbor ballista, but not a ton of them, and not a ton that you could mount on a ship. So you suspect it's something kind of exotic.
A bit more esoteric.
Yeah, a bit more esoteric than just like a catapult or a ballista or anything like that. Probably some
Well,
kind
it
of
do-
magic weapon.
They did say that it
Yeah.
was a magic weapon.
Yeah.
So
It's Maker never worked in the like fortification division of Lekmara, so never really dealt with any of like the fancy aquatic cannons or whatever. He was more focused on constructs and
yes, it definitely doesn't have architecture lore as well.
different kind of architecture. But
Fair enough.
maybe he was just asleep in class this day.
Oh, I have a request.
Oh,
Can we have our map back in viewable, like journal stuff?
our map.
We had a map we could open up in the previous thing.
I've just been opening it up in Discord.
Oh, was it in Discord? Maybe I
Yeah.
am dumb.
We have map in the resources tab of Discord. Yeah.
I can probably create a journal entry.
No rush for now. I can open it up in Discord. There we go.
He's just baby brain.
Yep, baby.
We gave our map. We'll do that later.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Was there? Okay, so you are where you need to be. And
Oh, that's not good. My campaign notes are finished from my sheet.
oh dear. So as you approach Paimas, this is a trade town more than anything. Lots of goods move between here, and it is a primary point of connection between the temple cities of Turing and Uami. One of relatively few, actually, due to the comparatively rough terrain of much of Partu. The sea routes from north and south give it a very important position in the province's economy and communications. And it's one of the few places where goods and people from those cities can reach inland settlements such as Nestlane and Thorthwell, which is where you're heading. But it is itself has a kind of very wide, low aesthetic. Lots of buildings here are only a single floor tall, very few above 2. And most of them are built with lighter materials. A lot of wood here, like carefully treated to avoid rotting in this climate, especially in the air that's noticeably a bit warmer than to the south. You do notice the Imperial garrison defies this trend. There's a lot of like big, heavy stone multi-story buildings, and if you are moving through town towards the Imperial garrison, you'll see Maker will notice in particular that these structures are not in very good repair at the moment. They are sinking into the mud. This is very soft earth here on this river delta. And like over the years, these buildings are just kind of like slowly being swallowed up by the mud in a way that architectural magic is.
They just need to wait a bit, and then they can just build on top of the old building.
Yes.
There's a story about that.
Yes. They built a castle on a delta. But the actual like atmosphere in the town seems remarkably unbothered for theoretically being blockaded by pirates. Like at worst, people seem like kind of irritated, but nobody really seems to be like afraid of the blockade that's in place at the moment.
And the angriest people would be the dock workers.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people who would have worked at the docks, and they're like kind of like loitering in the streets complaining. You see them like outside a couple taverns, like just kind of like, what can you do? It's annoying, but a lot of people are like kind of hanging out, having impromptu like picnics by the riverside. A lot of people are just kind of fishing on the river right now.
Could we sort of mosey by one of these sort of tavern conversations?
You could.
Yeah, Bailey would like to sort of go by and just act piqued interest, and she goes, "Oh, you come up from the docks?"
Oh yeah, we're up from the docks. Bit of a day off, not by choice.
What is all this nonsense about?
Oh, nonsense is a good word for it. Yeah, the dock worker just throws back a bit of his drink. It's absurd, let me tell you. There's these pirates. Someone across the table from him chimes up. They're not pirates, they're rebels. Oh, they're not rebels, they're pirates. They've got no plan. They're just here to shake down the local garrison for a few whatever it is they've asked for. I believe... I'm not privy to what their demands are. Look, they're just trying to snipe a few Imperial ships until they get what they want, and then they'll be turning tail and off to sell it somewhere else. You ask me, they're just pests. Nothing much for it.
Sounds like a risky racket.
Oh yeah, they're running a risk, but they got some sort of I don't know what it is, some Lakmaran gadgetry. Spits out I'll admit, it's a damn impressive piece of equipment. Shoots out this bit of lightning, just... He kind of gestures with his arms like a zigzag motion, like... Crackle, crackle, crackle.
Ooh.
A lightning bolt.
Yes, a lightning bolt. Blasting some of the harbor structures from well out of range. It's, they don't seem to have the guts to get closer than that, though.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound like something a few ungrateful upstart rebels would get their hands on. What makes you think they are? She's going to, addressing the other one.
Oh, well, you've just been hearing these days. There's rebels on the move, and when people are picking
Oh,
a fight with...
horrible.
picking a fight with the Imperial garrison. Well, if they're not rebels, they're probably helping the rebels. They're probably aligned in some way, aren't they?
Could be paid off by him or something.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Exactly. What kind of pirates would look? Scythia Lagan, they've always been loose under the Imperial grip. They've harbored outlaws for years. Everyone
Hybrid, I
knows
get
that.
it.
They've always caused problems. It's because the Imperial Navy ain't worth a damn. Come in here acting like they can run this town, but they can't even protect it.
Hence, lightning guns on the ships.
Where they got that, you got me beat. Maybe, well, if they are rebels, they're not rebels. But if they are rebels, it would explain perhaps they've got allies in the Far East. Maybe Lekmar has been funneling supplies to the rebellion. I could see it. There's much enemies of Eridon as we are, aren't they?
There's no way they're that organized, though.
Exactly. Thank you. Look, what's happened in the South, it's impressive, don't get me wrong. I wish those folks well, even if I'm a bit wary. But, look, they got
It's a fluke,
lucky.
right?
It's a fluke.
Yeah.
It's a fluke. Best I can hope for them is that they get out with their necks intact. I mean, I'm not gonna cry any tears over that town of Imperial lapdogs getting burned, but
Traitorous talk.
oh
Come on, everyone thinks it a bit.
Everyone thinks that if they were interested in stringing us up for traitorous talk, look,
They'd have to hang the whole continent.
they'd have to hang the whole continent. They know who's in charge, but they know how much they're in charge by, and it ain't much.
Well, I hope your days off last long enough to be enjoyable, but not long enough to hurt the purse.
Oh, yeah. Look, we've got plenty of fish in the river. We've got plenty of grain in our stockpiles. Shipments from the south are a little slowed down, but unless this goes on for way longer than I expected to, we should be fine. It's not like we're in danger of anything, and the roads are still open.
Well, let's hope it all blows over.
It's open, eh?
You'll give
Here's
them
the
a sort of
fact.
little wave. Oh, keep on away.
They
Lightning gun.
So, what do you think
I
the chances
want
of them
it.
actually being rebels are?
Oh, right. Sure, rebels.
I don't know. I was just going to ask, which side are we on?
It's a rebellion, obviously. But, you know, are they rebels or are they pirates? That's the question.
Well,
Even if they are pirates.
They're hurting the
Would-
Imperials, right?
Yeah.
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Or
So-
plundering,
Wonder if we can parlay with.
Unlikely, we do not have access to their ships.
We'll think on that after we deliver these letters.
But by the way, are the letters actually marked?
do have Imperial seals on them, which are lightly enchanted and difficult to forge.
Do they have the who they're actually supposed to be going to?
Yes.
Okay.
Each of them is addressed, and they have a little wax seal on the outside that will let the opener know if the seal's been broken before.
Because one was for the Praetor here, right?
One is for the Praetor here. One is for the Praetor in Scythia Lagan, and one is for the one in Thorthwell.
Okay. Well, I guess we want
Yeah,
to
we
mosey
will.
around town or go straight to the Praetor.
Let's hand these in first. Good. Maybe we can hear a little bit more about the situation from there. While everyone's shouting all over the place.
She starts heading to the Imperial garrison to deliver
their message. Oh, plus we'll get paid, and then we can shop.
Yes, shopping's always good. Right, yeah, I guess we'll head to the garrison.
You head to the garrison, and you can see, notably, kind of in this like open square area between the usual like array of imperial buildings. You've got a temple, you've got a barracks, you've got a manor house. They follow a pretty strict template whenever they set up in one of these towns. They just kind of like level some of the structures in the center of town and replace them with this tidy little cluster of functional buildings. But there's like
Without any functional foundation.
Nope, not this time. They probably tried, but swamp. There is, however, sort of a large open like cobblestone plaza between these structures where you notice there's a pretty sizable number of thralls and soldiers just kind of like standing at attention, looking extremely miserable in like this rain. Like
Ameline, there's a noise behind you.
You have a fan on?
There's a noise.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot stop that. That is
Funny enough, it has stopped.
It's stopping now.
really.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think your voice must have gone in such a way. Your microphone went. Well, we must do this pickup now.
Weird. Yeah, that is just the heat from my room.
Yeah, because I heard it too, but it's not doing that anymore.
Weird.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you for letting me know. But you've got this whole like, it looks like a good chunk of the town's garrison is just like standing here at attention, like mobilized, not doing anything, getting rained on. Like the humans are just very.
It seems
very-
like every time you talk about the Imperial garrison, the sound comes back.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
you might want to just tweak your pickup in Discord a little bit.
Yeah. Let me open this up.
Or is it coming through on stream? That's the question.
It looks like they don't, but that's strange.
Let me
Yeah.
find
It might be Discord's noise gating.
voice and video. I always forget. Do I need to like move
Bar
sensitivity up
down
or
will
down?
be down.
Move the bar down. Are you still? Are you picking?
Yeah,
It up?
Yes.
Are you picking it up
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
It's gone.
gone.
Well, she's not
It's
talking.
gone.
Yes,
That's
it's
gone.
gone.
Start
Okay.
talking about the Imperial garrison again.
The Imperial garrison, very unhappy looking. Lots of people getting rained on.
Yeah,
It
just
brings it
behind
back.
you. Just behind you.
What it actually is the fact that you talk at length rather than starting and stopping. It allows
Okay.
the noise gating to open up, and
Yeah, probably.
there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're just going to have to fiddle with your environment a bit after stream.
Yeah, that's just like the heat is blasting right now. I don't really have any control over that particular event. but, I
If
can
you are
fiddle
able to
with
put something
noise gating
between,
later.
yeah.
Mm.
I might be
I'll
able to,
help you with
I might be able
stuff.
to like strip, like pin something up there over it, like a piece of cloth or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For now, though, we will just deal with suboptimal audio quality. And figure it out.
Sounds like it's
later.
raining. And it's raining here, so it's totally just rain.
Totally just rain, huh?
Does it look like it's just line soldiers or like officers as well?
It looks like you've got like. It looks like you've got like a couple centuries out here, which means about like 120 thralls, about 80 like line soldiers, with a mixed in of like you've got some officers mixed in, you've got some like engineers and mages mixed in. Like they look like they're ready to like go into battle, but they're not on a boat, so
I just read that out an audible. Whoa.
Well, Trouts don't have to brief, so they can always walk on the floor and on the seafloor and never reach the ships.
Well, it looks like we can just walk on in, I guess. Doesn't seem like they're busy right now.
They're gonna try to move towards the Praetor's
yeah,
building.
nobody like stops you. Like if you walk with purpose, are you walking with purpose or are you like lurking?
Destia
Yeah.
always walks with purpose.
Let's walk with
Justicia.
purpose.
Walk with
We're walking with
purpose. Nobody like actually stops you from like approaching the manor house.
She not just walks with purpose, she saunters with purpose.
Like honestly, the fact that you're going to the manor house, anyone who like sees you seems to be like mildly hopeful that
We're here to sort of
that you're
resolve
here
the
to solve
situation.
this problem. Yes, because they sure aren't. You go inside. You get directed along by like a couple of manor house guards who look happy to be stationed inside instead of outside. And you're directed to like a meeting room where there appears to be an argument going on between. You see, what you expect is the town's praetor, this very tanned elven woman dressed in finely gilded imperial purple, just an abundance of jewelry and hair that looks like it was probably a lot more tidy and fashionable like a couple days ago, but hasn't really been super well taken care of. She's just drumming painted nails against her forearm, glaring at the person that she's been ranting at, who is a human woman, just kind of a round face, somewhat unconventional armament for an Imperial of a hand crossbow on one hip and a hand axe on the other. A bit young for someone who is has the markings of a high-ranking officer. Probably not much over 30, and somewhat unusually, Bayleaf might note that she has the look of someone with a bit of Partuvian blood in her, despite, very obviously being an Imperial officer, probably the local consul.
Easy has to hide her annoyance.
The praetor is just off on a rant, look, we have boats, we have thralls, we have soldiers. Why are we not simply putting the thralls on the boats, sending the boats off, and telling them to kill everyone on board those thrice forsaken pirate ships? We have the resources. We can afford to throw them out. They're not going to blow up every ship, and all we need to do is get a few thralls on their... We have a standard protocol for this. Meanwhile, the consul is just has her face buried in her hands, just... Tulia, I have explained this so many times. We have direct orders from both castra to preserve material at wherever possible. We do not have a supply line to replenish our thralls or our equipment. We cannot afford to potentially sink multiple boats of them to the bottom of the harbor to deal with, a couple days of taxes. We're going to get this. We're going to send a message. We're going to follow protocol. We are going to get assistance, draw an Imperial dreadnought down here. We are going to drive the ships away. Who are you people? She turns to look at you.
Speaking.
Justicia curtsies.
We bring letters from
Case of
Nestle.
Nathling. For your eyes only, ma'am. Had to come direct to you.
The praetor, the elven woman, she shrugs and holds out a hand a message? Really? What's that old buffoon want this time?
Hand hers over.
She takes it, she thumbs the seal off, unfurls it, just kind of like scans it for a minute. Really, this insipid. Look, I'm in no position to be in any. I don't care about whatever's happening in his town. What I'm dealing with is a bunch of insufferable little bandits who think that because they've been given a toy by, I don't know, some sort of rabble-rouser, I couldn't care less. But they think that because they've got a sparkly little toy, they can hold our town hostage without any consequences. And, thanks to my spineless counterpart here, whose job is supposed to be protecting this settlement, I am protecting this settlement. Whose job is supposed to be protecting this settlement, they're being allowed to do so. Listen, are you mercenaries? Is that why you're delivering this message? Do you do work for Gald?
Yes,
Yeah.
and we're kind of waiting for the guilders for delivering the message.
Oh, what? Are you...
You're supposed to have a message sent ahead to you.
The message contains, he claims I should be paying you 20 goldus for this, which... Fine. But listen, do you want to make some actual money?
Always.
Does it involve sailing out to some pirate ships?
Yes, it does involve pirate ships. Please, get rid of them. You see, what they're demanding are crates full of weapons and armor. And yes, we could just give them to them. They're not asking for all that much. But, one, I'm not going to do that. They'll just come back. It's obvious they're going to come
give them
back.
an inch. They'll take a nautical mile.
Yes, exactly. Pirates. They're just bandits. Look, no one on this thrice-forsaken continent has any idea what law is. They have no idea what order is. They have no idea what a decent agreement is unless it's backed up by a sword. So that's what we're going to give them. We're going to give them swords or whatever weapons it is you use. I will pay you. What?
It's a big risk for us.
Oh, yes, I will pay you very well. You get rid of those ships. I don't care how. I will give you a raft. I will give you some crates with Imperial markings on them. We will tell them that we are delivering the ransom to make them go away. Get over there. Break that stupid little magic gadget of theirs. And I will pay you out of my own pocket. I am personally going to pay you 500 gulders. Yes, that's a good sum, isn't it?
How many weapons and armor such are they asking for?
Oh, here, it's a laundry list here. She like pulls out like a message that looks like it was like scrawled in kind of like poor handwriting on low quality parchment and just kind of like slides it in front of you. You can glance over it. It's like quite a bit, about enough like gear to like outfit like maybe like 50 or 60 people or something like that. It's not an enormous amount by the standards of like an entire town's garrison, but it is a pretty significant bundle of resources.
She's going to slowly nod her head and go 500 golders and picks up for each of us from your armory. It'll be less than they're asking for, but we can outfit our company with it.
Can you give me a diplomacy check?
Okay. There.
Okay, fine. But whatever you take, the sum of it shan't go over another 100.
Sounds fair.
Sounds fair.
Yep.
More than fair. I am the picture of generosity. So, Again, this is all coming out of my own pocket. I'm not happy about it, but a praetor does what must be done in order to keep her town in order. All right, we are good. We are good. Thank you. Exhale. Whew. You see?
Perfectly reasonable, my
See?
praetor.
Yes, excellent, wonderful, thank you. You see, Pina, this is how you solve problems. You take initiative, you take action. The consul just sighs.
If you wouldn't mind us having a word with the consul, I'm sure she knows something about the situation.
Yes, well, fine. I suppose if it's base military matters, then she does know a thing or two. I have better things to do. I have not had a chance to freshen up all day.
Oh, horrible.
So, yes, I know. My schedule is entirely off. Fine. Pina, you have the room. Try not to ruin the town before I get back. The praetor pauses. She tosses out your 20 gold of payment for delivering the message from a purse at her hip. Just kind of it clatters on the table in front of you, and she shrugs and stalks out of the room, leaving you with Pina, who just kind of lets out.
Okay. What does the sane mind say?
Sounds like you have a tough job here, huh?
You have no idea. All right. So, Tulia is not entirely wrong. Look, we're playing it cautious. We do have a doctrine for dealing with this kind of situation. We send thralls out on ships. Thralls can't swim, but they can take a ship easily. However, we're conserving military resources to whatever extent possible, and our praetor refuses to accept that it would be my head on the line if I lost a dozen or more thralls to some Lakmaran siege weapon.
I got a question. Do you oversee the armory of the She?
The armory? Yes, that is under my purview.
Are you the one that's against giving them what they want?
I'm following orders. Again, we're under a conserve resource order. Until the situation is straightened out, we don't know. We're going to be reliant on supply lines back to the mainland for resources for I don't even know how long. And that means that any praetor, any consul, any garrison that throws away or tributes resources is going to be met with harsh reprimands.
Repercussions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my soldiers. And I don't want to draw down the ire of the Castra on this settlement. I've lived most of my life in this town. This is my home too. This is I just want us to get through this whatever uprising is going on down south. I want things to remain calm. I want us to be following orders from the Castra. And I do not want to be doing anything that could draw the regional governor's gaze or that of Senator Minerva.
Of course, the senators are terrifying.
Yes.
I completely understand where you stand here.
Try and regard
And
me.
my
I met
sympathy
her
goes
once.
to you.
It is not an experience I wish to repeat. I understand that they are blessed by Aerodon and blessed by Ardis and the gods, but they are unsettling company, to say the least. Regardless. Yes,
So-
if you can solve this issue, it would be a tremendous boon, but it is, I expect, more dangerous than the Praetor let on.
Considering there doesn't seem to be any room for negotiation.
Unfortunately, no. I wish there were, but if it's not to you, then we'll be relying on sending word up north and getting one of the continent's dreadnoughts down here to
At the very
chase us
least,
away.
which ship has the weapon on it?
The central one, blue sails.
So if we can handle that one, that at least lets you use your port defenses. You'll have to stay in
Yes.
closer.
Yes, I fully expect with how cautious they've been, I fully expect they'll leave if you can just disable that single weapon. So whatever
Okay.
it takes to do that.
Of course.
And,
We have not failed a mission yet.
give us a boat and a flag of parley, I guess, and we'll get this sorted.
Of course, and good luck. And she glances at Bayleaf and like winces a little bit, and Tulia is trying, but I like to think that we're still doing this for the people of Partu. At least I am. Carry on.
Of course. Really need to actually leave in a hurry.
Wait, Bailey, do you see any clocks? Bailey! Daddy!
Bayleaf,
She
are you trying to
follows
clip
out
do
behind her.
anything on your way out of the building?
No, she's actually a bit too annoyed right now.
Bailey, no! Our agreement, no!
She just whispers, following Bayleaf out.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna grab. Are there any like doilies on any countertops?
You can grab like a little like coaster.
Yeah, there you go. Here's your prize.
Fine.
She just throws the coaster back on the table and just keeps going.
It's a pretty nice coaster, but
Can't believe Partuvians in that blasted uniform.
Yes. It's terrible. It's
Yeah.
gaudy, and I understand that you don't like seeing Partuvians in Imperial garb. But just try and keep your temper until we're outside the garrison.
Can't honestly believe everyone can pick up a dagger and walk the back streets like you do, Yuli. Bayleaf. Wrong. Yuli too, but
Yeah.
Bayleaf. I was talking to Bayleaf.
She is from Britain.
Your fear of me is seeping through. No, but you don't have to bloody drink the fantasy Kool-Aid.
Everything's breaking.
Anyway, as Crom overcomes his like temporary hallucination when the world flattens out and he sees the code of the Matrix. He
He hits his head on the door. Hits his head on the door, and that's what the results were.
He's just like briefly dazed as he's like walking along, and like one of those little hanging placards, like for like a weapons shop, just kind of like bonks him in the forehead, and he's a little dazed for a moment.
Nothing is quite built for his size.
A moment of insight.
So do we
He grows
wanna-
eyes on the inside.
go over to the ship and find out what they're actually about at the very least?
Of course.
Who we can get the weapon from them? I think that'd
Of
be.
course.
If they're actually aiding the cause, then maybe we can give them some assistance.
Oh man, I would love to mount that thing to Canceramicus. He'd be so deadly.
And what do we do if they are just pirates?
Excuse me, who?
Canceramicus.
That's not a real name.
Canceramicus Valentilus? He's our crab. We used to spend the last few days with him. How can you forget Canceramicus?
That's what you've been saying?
What? Yeah, Canceramicus is his name. I decided it.
I thought you were saying cats are all around us. Okay. Makes more sense, I suppose.
No, it's Canceramicus. It's the perfect name for him. And I won't hear anything otherwise.
We'll call him Cow, yeah? She's looking at Crom.
I don't even. Why can't Ceramicus?
Because in my tongue, it means crab friend.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, see? It's a sweet.
You could have come up with anything more creative.
I'm still not sure
Yeah,
I actually
That
say
is
it.
an audio language.
Can you break it down?
No,
Oh,
that would be an insult to his name.
that's entirely unhelpful. Yeah, I can't say that.
Canceramicus.
Anyway, what, Emmeline, while this nonsense is going on, Maker is. I wanted to. What would be the best check for Maker to try and find someone he's aware of? Might be in the area.
Find someone he's aware of. Who are you looking for exactly?
One moment.
But we also need to take a stop by the armor because we have permission.
Discord.
Oh, are you looking for your Lakmaran friend?
Yes,
I didn't give you the name before, but
you did not.
you are looking for a Quicksilver automaton. A Quicksilver
Automaton,
automaton. Thank you. Thank you.
not an automaton.
Yes. Who goes by the colloquial name of Folly is his chosen name. I'm getting voice bleed from your mic, Dragon.
Oh, strange. I didn't notice anything.
It's apparently
was-
a day for weird audio artifacts.
I got a little flash just now. Let me increase my sensibility or decrease it.
I'm sorry, Distisha, chat has demanded that you contemplate the cancer ramifications of your actions.
Never.
Because it cancer ramification. God damn it.
Canceramicus. Canceramicus valentillus.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I really couldn't understand.
Canceramicus
Yes, I understood it now.
valentillus.
This has like the extra layer of you're all presumably speaking Imperial.
It's high imperial.
Yes, it's high Imperial.
Brady spits the words out.
Yeah. Okay. So, there isn't like Maker does not actually know the like codes and protocols for like contacting someone in this region. Like obviously everyone working in every region does not know the full web of like Lekmaran intelligence protocols, and he was not
Yes.
actually stationed in Part 2 before being captured. So he's not
Yeah, I
actually
assumed he
sure
wasn't.
like he doesn't really have access to the local intelligence network, though we could probably tap into it a little bit if he actually found this person.
I guess I wanted more a check to see, to give him a hint, like a clue to where to try to find the person. Based on,
You could, yeah, go ahead. Let's say, do you have like an appropriate lore or society?
not a
maybe?
lore, like I have society, yes. That's
Go
what
with
it was.
society then.
Perfectly average.
You know that the standard protocol for like fourth order infiltrators is they'll generally like assume a disguise and kind of like embed themselves in a local crew, like in a local like power structure of some sort. Rarely in a position of importance. Usually it'll be like an advisory position. They tend to steer well clear of like actual imperial power structures because they don't like being near mages who have the tools to like suss them out or demand truth. They often like embed themselves in like criminal elements and what have you.
My law underworld could probably help with this.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, moment then. Bailiff,
Yeah.
could you guide us to the nearest, what's the word? CD element?
He frowns a little and glances around. There's a tree over there. It's a bit overcast and it's not really.
Find us someone in your line of work.
Oh, right. Got you,
Don't make
Gov.
the line.
Yeah, Bailey will start sort of looking around for any of the usual, markings and so on. Oh.
Well,
Let's see.
So,
Yeah.
Does this count as one of us making it up, or
This is a critical failure.
yeah, I'm gonna say one of you just make up some bullshit for.
no? When you point over to that tree, you notice there's a little thing carved into the trunk of the tree. It looks a little bit like the dark rose, a symbol of a criminal organization you heard about in your hometown. What they're doing over here, you can only guess, but it's this definitely can't be just a marking in the bark.
I got something, guys. This way. Just gonna wander over the tree. She'll give it a couple of taps. It's probably hollow.
Give me a perception.
Okay, yeah, that's over there.
the
You
the duality
find
of the 20.
you find a like a little like knot hole in the tree, where someone appears to have stashed a folded up piece of paper.
Holy shit, it's real, guys. She'll pull the paper out and look at it.
So it takes a moment to like read through. Handwriting's not great. It appears to be a love confession from someone to someone else. The whole thing is like scribbled out, and just like scrawled at the bottom is "I hate everything. Life is misery."
She'll shake her head a bit and go, "It's some kind of cipher. I'll have to have some time to figure it out."
Uh-huh.
Maker is going to.
You want to take a look at it, Maker?
Yes.
She'll hand it over. It's pretty common practice for big organizations.
I'm going to roll. I'm going to make a roll here just for the joke of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Maker is probably about to literally glare a hole into the paper.
So what you know about the Black Rose is that it's a fictional organization that they're in a popular like series of serial literature. Very kind of like published and distributed in some of the temple cities and
So you can see the next roll.
yes. You hit the piece of paper.
Whoa, what are you doing? Might be our only lead.
You have found a teenager's love letter.
A likely fucking story on a mock tree and a little drop point.
Well, that was
Shit.
awfully rude of you.
The symbol is fiction now.
No. Listen, I'm from around these parts. You wouldn't know. You've probably blown it though. Like, they'll have eyes on this place and seeing that.
Well, I sure. Well, at least the evidence is destroyed, I assume. Poor sap.
Let's find the local town council.
Town council? What?
No. What is the? No, sorry. The actual civilian authority, like not the Imperial.
Not every town has one of those. You
fair
don't
enough.
really see like an obvious like, You don't see like an obvious power structure in this town beyond the garrison. Some towns have like a little like informal council, but the actual civilian authority is the praetor.
In that case, the maker is going to drag the party towards the nursery. I suppose there should be something there.
Yeah, where are we going? This way? We're not going to the docks.
Going to grab some
We
weapons?
have to find someone here, ideally. And I
That's
want
this-
and I have some clues of where they might be.
That's news to me.
Wait, we're trying to find somebody. What's this about?
This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I will say to Maker, unless the pirates are operating out of this town, which would be unusual, it's likely they're like based in a nearby settlement, not this one.
Yeah, fair enough. It's just wondering if there might be someone nearby who would be overseeing the operation. Is what I mean.
You could check.
Or just
Well, if you're looking for somebody, you can take care of that, and we could go see if we can get some stuff from the armory. Not sure if they give us it until we actually be able to finish the job, but
fair enough. Go check that. I will make my exploration.
All right.
Make of the traditional spirit of the party.
So, first off, the quick bit. People going to the garrison and trying to get paid in advance.
we get turned away.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
This year, will diplomacy, because we need to be outfitted before going out there.
Is there an aid action for this for people that are? Yeah, very important question. Is there an aid action in this for people that share proficiencies and skills?
I believe
There
that there
is-
is. I think it's just like +1, and you need to hit like a level-based DC.
Okay, so it's not
Let
an
the
advantage.
natural ones flow.
Okay,
It's-
well, if it's just a +1, that's not going to save us from a nat one.
Yeah.
Yo.
Nothing saves you.
The guard of the garrison just kind of like, he's this kind of like big guy, just kind of like real jovial looking. He smiles widely, reaches out a hand, puts it on Distish's shoulder, looks her in the eye, and he just shakes his head like,
The shake off.
Do
If
your
you ask me
job,
again, I will
mercenary.
break you.
"Do your job, mercenary." Good. Good.
That's
Just
what I
as-
said.
Get
Let's
going
go this year.
now.
I just see him with his. He has like a bushy mustache, and it twitches when he.
Yes, yes.
This storms off.
Well, that was very rude of him.
That was very bright of you.
If they equipped ourselves before going out there, we
We've-
thought we could at least grab something.
The terms was that was our reward. It wasn't our. We weren't to be outfitted. We were to be rewarded with
Close
it.
enough.
You were there, weren't you? Listening.
Sure. I mean, yes, I knew that.
So, while this is going on, Maker, you approach the nursery, and like nobody is acknowledging you. Just they seem to assume you're on some kind of errand here. It's the usual place of not really like a fort, but built to pretty similar specifications as the one in Nestlin, of few windows on the ground floor, or well, lots of windows, but none of them low enough to climb out of. Relatively few entrances and exits. You see a caretaker minding one of them, handling like pickups and drop-offs of children. Like eventually she looks at you and is just, pardon, I don't recognize you. What have your owners sent you here for?
So I misunderstood the word you said. So what did you say?
Just pardon. I don't recognize you, automaton. What have your owners sent you here for? Are you here for? Do you have something to deliver?
I am looking for a specific person in this town.
Uh, who?
I'm look. God damn it.
Like, you do not have this person's, like, alias. Like, they do not go by their Lakmaran identity.
Yeah, I am not. I am not certain of who this person might be. I am. Disclaimer: Maker is not, in fact, a social character.
Wait,
You're gonna
guys,
get yourself called off to be
I know a
fixed.
spy. I know a spy who knows a spy.
I don't think you're malfunctioning.
Are you? Is everything quite in order with you?
Not quite. I require some minor maintenance. I am looking for a fellow automaton. Or someone who might have one in their employ.
I see. I don't think there's many of those in this town. I suppose if you wait here till this evening, there's one of the merchant families. They do send an automaton regularly to pick up their children and bring them home. That's the only one that comes to mind, though. I'm sorry. They do have a job, though. I don't believe that they're an engineer. Are you sure you don't mean a smith? Or a... I could direct you to the local smithy. She looks a little bit like she doesn't know how to deal with, like, a malfunctioning machine.
Do you mind if I wait here for a while?
How long?
I can find somewhere to sit down outside of view if necessary.
Go
Or
ahead, but what are you waiting for? Like, I do not believe it'll be a productive use of your time, but go ahead. I don't think that, I don't think you're going to find the person you're looking for here. Again, are you sure you wouldn't rather visit a smith or an alchemist or a mage white? Or
Please guide me towards the blacksmith then. Or point me towards the blacksmith then.
here, you'll find them on the North Island. Here, she sort of indicates a bit to the north.
You have my thanks. And then Maker just saunters off street and mildly embarrassed. And out of sight.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible. I almost could. The way he disguised himself as a malfunctioning automaton, I was really
Shut up.
convinced there.
So believable.
Shut up. Maker's actually just going to lurk in the vicinity and wait to see if this automaton, when this automaton shows up, this other automaton shows up, he's going to try to message that person.
All right, this person did say this would happen in the evening. It is still like before noon, mind you.
Fair enough. He's just going to go back to the party and
So you could do that, But like the party would just be like left wondering where Maker had gone for
Yeah, fair enough.
We
He's
lost
just going
him.
to, he's
Time
just
to
going to
find
rejoin.
someone new.
He's
Just
just
like-
going to rejoin the party and see about trying to see that later.
Unfortunately, we're
The
denied
most
Bailey.
anticlimactic character exit that's ever happened.
God damn it, I'm new to this. Evidently, I am not a spy in real life.
We are denied the opportunity to have Bailey just find Maker like lurking behind a trash can. Like, what are you doing? Oh God.
Firework.
Did you find who you were looking for, Maker?
Not yet, but I have a sub-parley.
We met the scariest man I've ever seen.
A mid-ranked soldier bored with guard duty.
He seemed like an okay fellow, except he was extremely rude. Anyway, I guess we have to go do this job.
Let's go down to the docks.
Sure.
Justicia is she's indignant, not embarrassed.
So,
Okay, so we've got Justicia, who is indignant. We've got Maker, who is embarrassed, and we've got Bailey, who's
You
defiant.
can't tell Maker's embarrassed.
And Bailey is defiant that she had a message from the Black Rose, and Crom's here eating corn chips.
What is with this gaggle of goons?
We're wholly competent and good at our
We're
jobs.
low-level adventurers. What else would we be?
So,
What's our harbour situation, Emmeline?
yes. Okay. You get to the harbor. You can see a raft has been prepared for you with a big old like white banner of parley like flying from it. It's not like a super large raft. You can crowd onto it with the four of you plus Maker's
Giant
drone.
crab.
Most of the room taken up by boxes of fakeness.
Yes, most of the craft is taken up by big crates with like Imperial seals on them that look like they are official crates that probably came from the armory, but they're just empty or stuffed full of like straw. You kind of have to like sit on top of them to not fall off the side of the raft.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is. They did not give you a very large boat.
I am seeing 1,000 flaws with this plan, guys. Number one being they will open those crates immediately, and there will be no room for negotiation before we have to start murdering or escaping.
Well, what I'm thinking we're gonna do is get them
She whispers.
on the side of the rebels, send them around different places. Who cares if we have these things?
What if
we have weapons?
what if
we
they
have
are
alternate.
actually pirates, and they don't care about this?
Then it will be easy to
Given
get rid of them and take the
unlikely.
ship.
That's true, actually, yeah. If they're just pirates and they don't care about the rebellion, then, yeah, no moral qualms.
Okay,
She points at the flag of Parley.
they have the flag of Agari here.
Flag of what?
Agari. You know the city of knowledge, province of many ways.
Yeah, I know all about that.
It's a province over to the west of Eredin, where Lapis fell, the god Lapis, and they were doing pretty well against, just holed up in their libraries for years and years before
She's
our
making a
god.
joke at the fact that
I'm getting on the boat.
You
Into the boat.
Trivia. You gotta know the history of the world, darn it.
You pile on the boat as Justicia explains national stereotypes, and you get pushed out to sea and sort of. Again, I'm getting audio bleed. You push along, get some oars. It's not a long trip out to sea, into the harbor, as you move first beyond the range of conventional bows, then beyond the range of the ballista, until at last you are approaching. Is that Draken's mic again?
It's
Yes.
Draken.
I am increasing my but decreasing it to that's solved.
But now it's breaking. You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up now.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things you can do is just lower the volume on your headset.
That sounds reasonable. One moment. Put device. We should just
It doesn't need
reduce
to be much.
Emily.
It's most of the time it's fine. It's just every once in a while for whatever reason.
Let me just reduce your volume, actually.
Okay.
There we go.
So, with that, we are
Yarr.
loading. You sidle up to the side of the central one of these ships, and as you get closer, you can see you get a glimpse of the Lekmaran weapon in question. It's Lekmaran technology has a very delicate look to it, all filigree and brass and delicate patterns and what have you. And in this case, you can definitely see how this device shares a heritage with Maker's own chassis. You get some looks from all three of the ships, and you can see there's a few crew members on board. Looks to be a crew of mixed merfolk and humans. There's a sort of very what's the term? Very rough looking man at the ship's wheel who lashes the wheel in place and kind of moves over to the railing to look down at you and your cargo, looking mildly incredulous as he just looks at the bunch of you crammed onto this raft.
This is authentically what a raft looks like.
This is not what the raft looks like. This is the only raft token I had on hand. Okay.
Okay.
Your
Like,
raft
wow, the
is
situation is way more dire for the Imperials than I realised.
the raft is not that shitty. It's about that size though. It's a small raft. I couldn't find a it was either use this or use a ship token and scrunch it to be the tiniest and dumbest looking ship you've ever seen.
And we would have a problem trying to fit two large characters in that.
Yes.
Uh,
But he looks down at you and you're raft full you're on a barge basically. You're on it's a flatbed barge, short walls around the outside. No mast, but it does have multiple banks of oars for you to row. You're using
there.
crates in lieu of seats.
Imps decided not to
Ahoy!
risk their own skins.
You don't say. Hello there. Well, so these are the weapons. These are the armor.
Yeah.
Right in here.
Got a little curiosity. You are pirates or rebels?
Yeah, pirates. I won't piss up an opportunity to spit in the eye of Aerodon, though. Anyhow, you got the supplies, I take it. So why don't you just haul those crates up here? we'll crack him open and see if we can all go on our merry way, eh?
I suppose we could do that, yes.
Yeah. You want to throw some ropes down or something?
He nods, and some of the crew members move to toss ropes down for you to climb up. It's about like let's say it's 10 feet of movement to climb up onto the ship, in addition to whatever horizontal movement you're doing.
Okay, I fucking hate this shit. Bailiff is having the fun of the tour trying to climb.
Oi, what's that big metal crab thing?
It's a big
Howling
metal
machine.
crab.
A what?
It's a howler.
You don't say. I told them no
Um,
thralls, but I suppose I'll let it
It's
off on
not a throw.
technicality.
It's an automaton body.
How the hell did you guys get a Lakmaran fucking weapon?
Oh, long story.
I don't want to be there.
But
Move along. I want to be near people. Let me in the square, please.
Bayleaf, give me an
You want an athletics check for
an
climbing?
athletics check. For
Yeah.
climbing. It's a ladder,
Oh.
but you're a tar.
What is the DC?
I'm gonna go with level based, so level 4, so DC 19.
Oh my god.
Can I just have the giant crab haul her up?
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Hey.
Okay.
You
Guys, you don't.
narrowly manage to like clamber up in like just an absolute mess. But
I mean, I could have just brought you up here if you just asked.
Please do that next time, please.
how the hell did they send out a servitor to deliver these things to a boat?
I don't
You
know.
ain't exactly what I mean, no offense, but you ain't exactly the type that I normally see a lot of on these ships.
Yeah.
There are little strapped resources out there, on the account they kind of were bombarded.
So don't surprise you for hire.
For hire? Listen, just the meanwhile you can see the ship's crew starting to trying to like stick some spears underneath the lids of these crates and trying to like pry them open. Well, what you looking to hire us for, eh?
I figured the rebellion's probably got some money about flying about, and it'd be awful cool if you guys could, join us. Because the Imperials haven't actually given you any weapons.
You don't say.
Correct.
The
It's
crates
unfortunate.
are cracked open, and the crew just confirms, like, "Yep, that's right, boss. They've brought us a bunch of empty crates."
The local council is mostly willing to weather your salvos and wait for an ironclad to arrive, and I would rather not have Lakmaran gear find its way into Imperial hands in the event of your destruction.
Imperial ironclads can win in any kind of fist fight, but look, they're slow.
Yes, I assume you can flee very readily. That is why you were given this weapon, I assume.
Like,
Exactly.
they're probably not going to give you what you want, right?
They will
True
not.
enough. But
But we're getting paid to deal with you, which includes a little bit of a haul from their armory.
you don't say.
Yeah.
We're willing to see some things your way.
We couldn't get anything out right now. However, the reason why we brought a servitor out here, along with the rest of us, is we're looking for like-minded individuals who are perfectly okay with bombarding the settlements of the Imperium.
The Empire, not Imperium.
Close enough. It's an Imperium
That
to
was
me
that
in
was
my
a-
heart.
So basically, let me see if I'm understanding your offer correctly, eh? So what you're offering is we leave without any real payment, and in exchange, you get paid by the local Imperials.
Obviously, this doesn't work out for you because there's no guarantee. If there's a spot we can meet ahead, I'd be willing to be taken prisoner.
No,
Strictly
we're not
speaking,
going
you
to.
can leave. Continue.
Listen,
We're not going. I don't think we're going to leave a tiny servitor out here on a boat.
it's not my
I
favorite
don't.
option either.
If anything, I'll stay.
That's probably not their favorite option. You're very scary, Crom.
I don't know. He looks like he could make a good sea dog. Anyway,
I will throw you all into the sea.
Not a bad deal. You get some golders, you get your gear, and we get allies for the cause of liberation.
see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're already getting paid, and we're getting paid for doing one of two things. One is simply getting the equipment we're asking for. Two is wasting a whole lot of Imperial time putting one of their precious dreadnoughts on a wild goose chase. Either way, our employer's happy.
In that case, if you sail off in any direction for 3 hours and turn around back, they might send more ships out into the harbor that you can destroy and thus fuck them further. We can get paid, thus robbing
we
them
can
of
get a
further
discount.
resources. And then you can just turn around and continue doing it.
And you'll think they'll just buy that without any evidence that our weapons actually been destroyed.
Make some smoke.
Easily.
Anything you could do about that? She's looking at
would
Maker.
count. I can prepare some smoke sticks. Yes. It
We have a
would
little
probably
mock battle
it would
here.
probably cause the praetor to send her soldiers forth. However, her pros on ships forth try and destroy you.
Well, then they just go away for 3 hours and come back and zap everything.
Someone give me a diplomacy check for this.
You owe me this year.
I think this dish is best.
She's got one over me. Can I, however, try to do an aid action?
You can.
'Cause I have been in this conversation as well.
You can.
The DC 20, right?
I think it's 19.
Oh.
It's level based, so it's usually gonna. It's just it scales with your level.
Woo!
Yeah, you nail it.
Hey, I get a +1, yes?
Yes, you get a +1, I believe.
And a plus. And
Oh.
Yep, that's a 19.
29.
All right.
I mean, I actually lost this for battle and wanted to fight these guys, so oh no. But at the same time, yes, this is good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well. Damn. I ain't. Ugh, I ain't keen on this kind of footsie parley, but you make a fine point. Do mind, this will. I mean, I feel like you're making some enemies if you ever come back to this town. But that's your problem, ain't mine. So, assuming you're willing to handle that.
Hopefully, by the time we return, this place will be liberated.
I mean, small issues for us because they can send forward communication stuff to towns, but, not like we're recognizable or anything.
You can always just replace the flags of the ships and reveal you had a second ballista, a second cannon.
A few hours of sailing will still keep them on horizon sight. They'll be able to tell it's the same ship turning around.
Listen, I'm gonna run this past an advisor for our little group, alright? You don't move a muscle. Stay right here.
Certainly.
Got it.
He heads over here and he hails down the nearby ship.
Guys, we might be seriously fucking ourselves for people that aren't going to honor an agreement and help the rebellion I'm feeling.
We're making deals with a bunch of pirates.
Grum, your moral compass man, please. What are we doing?
I don't. Allying ourselves with these pirates may not be the greatest ideas, but look at their tokens. They're so cute. I'd feel bad killing them.
I know, right?
That's Amelin's worst habit.
Guys, I think we should double cross them.
Double-cross pirates? That's exhilarating, but we're kind of out at sea here.
We have our dinghy that we can take back. I do want to check out what that weapon is, though.
Oh, fuck it.
Seize it for the rebellion?
Hey, we could take the ship, maybe. This could be a big win.
We do not have the means to haul a lightning cannon.
Fuck it.
You don't have the means to sail a ship either.
Yeah, double cross them free.
Is that a good idea?
You can see the other ship is pulling up closer to this one as you're speaking.
Oh, that's getting close.
Let's do it.
Let's see what they say first.
Okay, let's see what they advise.
Yes, I am unwilling to take the toes of a companion.
And you can, you see, there's a man on the deck of the other ship, separate from that ship's own captain, who stands out from the rest of the crew a bit. He clearly has some mixed ancestry, a bit of human, at least a bit of elf, and some tufts of fluff on his ears suggests there may be something that in that melting pot of blood that isn't one of the human kin. Maybe in his 40s, splashy colors on his outfit, paraguns and easy reach on his hips, and he and the Sea Dog captain start barking back and forth in some cant that you don't understand what they're saying. They're speaking pirate to one another.
Yar.
Yardy, yardy,
Yar.
What do we do with a drunken sailor?
I got a question. Am I obscured by the monstrously large companions surrounding me and the two in front enough that I could hide?
The people near you know that you're there. You kind of made a scene of yourself.
Damn it.
When you were climbing on this ship, just legs everywhere. But I need to set up hand tracking so that you can see when I flail my arms around.
It's okay to say no.
Yes.
You're saying yes?
No.
But shush. Shush. Okay.
The agony of being a class that requires to try and get stealth for initiative, but also being a character that talks a lot to people in a game where combat tends to break out from talking.
I will say that you can use stealth for initiative because you're kind of like lost in the crowd, but you're not like going to be hiding from people.
Okay, that,
It's more
I'm
just
good
like
with that.
you're like misdirecting attention away from yourself.
All right, cool.
Wow, you're a real oxymoron. Emphasis on the
On
oxy.
Oxy Party.
She's a deer,
Okay.
not an ox. But they are engaged in conversation. You could get a surprise round if you.
Okay, Brady's taking the initiative and she's just going 1, 2,
Oh boy.
3. Okay. Brady is going to pull the gun and, I guess it's. I'm going to say Brady is attacking, so there's the initiative. Whether people are going to join me or not, and I might die alone, is the question.
Oh dear, such violence! Surprise attack. So what
Yeah, how does
surprise rounds work in this system?
Because
They're
I
in
only know
every
how it works in
system.
5e.
I think everyone is just flat-footed. Like all the enemies are flat-footed on this round.
Let me see.
I don't think
The
they.
Archives, surprise.
Surprise
attacks.
attacks. Should be sparingly, even in dangerous areas.
Oh, this is for
Oh, no,
monsters
yeah,
attacking
this is
PCs.
Are surprise attacks just not in the system?
Uh-oh, we're
hang
in
on, let's
trouble.
actually ask Google. Pathfinder 2e surprise round. Let's do that.
No results.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Watches and surprise attacks. Let's see this one. You can encounter. Looks like pieces. I think pieces never get surprised by the looks of it.
Yeah, there is no such thing as a surprise round.
Ah, interesting. I will say that, Bayleaf, you can take... Because you're like doing a quick draw, you can just have a turn before initiative is rolled.
I'm happy just treating it as normal if you want to. I don't need any special thing.
Alright, then.
I'm seeing a lot of posts that are saying DM prerogative on like any penalties or so on.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to say is that until they act, the enemies have... they are flat-footed.
Can you roll my initiative with self instead?
Huh?
If you go to initiative, you put down the drop-down menu. You go to stealth.
Oh, then I will unroll Bayleaf.
Oh,
And
Which is a shame because that was a really nice roll, but
Crown does win initiative.
Bayleaf, you can roll yourself.
okay.
And I will just manually override it. There we go. Okay. So Bayleaf shouts attack, and Crom listens.
Maybe.
Can I stand here, or is this mast in the way? So, like,
That mast does not occupy its space, but it does provide some cover for normal-sized
Okay.
people. Probably not for Crom.
can I can't stand here, can I?
I think you can, yeah. It's like not fully occupying that space.
Okay, then he's going to step up, and then he's going to use swipe with his battle axe. Buttons. What happens if I click this? Nothing. If I put it down here, what's this do? Okay, so Okay, so he's going to uh, aim his first attack onto this spearfisher, and that is how do you roll it?
All right.
Not a spearfisher, just a spearfish.
Yes, they're fish.
You really have
Jim?
to find some uglier tokens, Alaroon. I feel bad doing this.
Yeah, you have to learn to live with it. Amelie
No, I
always
don't. I can
picks those.
complain about it
Amelie,
willingly
Amelie
until she
always
changes
picks
it.
those kinds of tokens, and I am the one who usually plays the murderous character. So I am the one who usually has to kill them. So live with it.
Let's see. What do I attack? Is there a button to attack
We
with?
go-
Or
There are in actions.
uh-huh.
There's your strike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
There's a
in
strike
your...
button.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. Here we are.
And
Yeah,
it
they're
should have
automatically
buttons for
created.
using multiple attack penalty, but you will not be doing that for the first one.
Okay. Strike. That
Well, you've put the strike up, and now you just hit strike plus 12.
weird. Okay. Roll.
There should be a button like under that button that just says like strike plus 12 on it or something.
Yeah.
28.
But that is a hit.
It might even be a crit if it's 10 above their AC.
Their AC is, yes, that is precisely a crit. Fighters. Fighter
Okay, so this
matches.
is going to have an interesting effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So, let's roll the critical damage.
That's a lot
26.
of critical damage.
And since it's an axe and a crit,
Oh, you actually have the critical specialization for the axe?
yes, because I'm
Nice.
Mauler. It will that damage will go over and hit the other spearfish in range.
Okay.
Not
Don't you need to be
double, though.
adjacent to the initial target?
I am adjacent.
It's within reach of Crom, it looks like the wording is.
Choose one creature adjacent to the initial target.
Oh, adjacent to the initial target, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, no one is adjacent to the initial target. It's a cleave,
Well,
not like a spin to win.
Maker.
oh, well, darn it, that's the swipe, not the critical specialization.
Yeah. Swipe hits both of them, not the specialization.
Ah, so
But
Yeah.
do you hit both of them? You don't roll twice for them, right?
for
swipe?
I was not expecting this interaction right away, so I didn't think of what happens if I
Make
swipe with a sweep.
Make a single melee strike and compare the attack roll to the result to the AC of up to 2 foes. So yeah, it's only one roll against both.
Yeah. Okay, so that one does hit, and then the axe specialization doesn't hit the other one, the
Right.
crit.
Nope.
Okay.
You do
It
not.
is a
You
separate
do not
attack
in
for the
fact
second
quadra
sea dog.
hit.
Okay.
No quadratic multi-attacks for Crom. He is not a succubus.
Okay.
Swipe does say it's only one attack.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, so,
So-
it's just one against both? Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
guess they're both
of them.
criticals.
Do you roll damage once for all of them, then?
Roll damage only
Um,
once and apply to each creature you hit. So
Okay, so...
yeah.
There we go. Damage dealt.
Okay.
Ouch.
But since I have critical specializations, I can turn around and hit Maker now.
He's gone mad. The mad dog. All right. Is that Crom's turn?
Yes, that is.
Okay. Beginning counter.
Crom just steps up and does a mighty swing with his axe as he draws it.
This is called the fish gutting stance. This sea dog captain moves up and attempts to stab Justicia, who looks,
Dabbable.
yes.
Why? Why would you do that? I didn't say attack. It wasn't me.
Why are
You
we
you look
attacking?
to be in cahoots, unfortunately.
I unfortunately am. Ow!
Justicia.
That hits. Ow!
And he will use his last action to just swing a second time.
Yo!
No.
Go for the engineer. That misses.
All right.
No, don't attack me. I'm beautiful. Go for the engineer.
And then
You are not making a case for why I should stay on your side.
this spearfish is going to step and is going to trident at Crom.
What is that little minus 13?
I just took 13 damage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, if you right-click the your token, you can type in your health.
And you
Oh,
are
right,
flat-footed, I believe. So this is basically you have -2 AC versus this.
I do?
Yeah. Wait. Oh no, you're not. Sea Dog isn't quite flanking you, I don't think. So does 21 hit?
It does not.
Okay. And they will use low tide and shift into this stance. And then Bayleaf, it's your turn.
Okay.
This is your fault, Bayleaf.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Crom, being my sniping duo buddy, doesn't grant foes cover against my strikes.
Impressive.
He knows how to get out of the way, which is amazing for his large size.
He's lean.
So-
He's very like shoulder heavy, but like around the waist, he's actually pretty thin.
And that's where everyone is normally the height of, so.
Yeah.
I also have a +1 to hit anything that he has hit, and vice versa for him.
Oh, and I hit both of them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bayleaf is going to take aim at the spearfish to his left,
The one that has acted or the one that hasn't acted?
the one that has acted.
This one. Gotcha.
Actually, you know what? You're right. I should go against the one that's acted. I just didn't want to move, but we'll move. We'll take a step this way. She is going to go ahead and just do a assisting shot, I think. Yes. Yes. Make a strike with a ranged weapon. If a strike hits, yeah. Okay, so just send a strike. You. +1 bonus. How do I add this on here? Would +1 to this.
25.
That hits.
Is that a crit?
That is not a crit.
Oh, damn. Okay. There is also going to be a. Actually, yeah, D6 is already counted in for my first turn. So 11 damage. And then I will, as my final action.
Oh wait, which one was it again? Was it
Top one.
okay? We will get rid of the symbol.
You know what? We're going to do a risky reload, which means I reload. Interact to reload a firearm, then make a strike with the firearm. If strike fails, the firearm misfires. Yep.
All right, go for it.
So second attack.
That is a crit.
Okay.
A wildly unnecessary crit, but a crit.
1 second, double checking that one shot, one kill only goes on one attack. Yeah, first strike. Let's turn that off. And critical. 15.
Yes, that will do it. Are you going for lethal shots here? Or are you trying to take him down non-lethally?
I don't think Bailiff is practiced enough with this to really go for non-lethal shots, so
You're a hero.
she's
You know
not
that.
trying to kill them, but I'm good. Basically, it's up to your judgment whether they are
Alright.
killing blows or not.
Yeah. They're gunshot wounds, so they're not like
Yeah.
generally instantly lethal. You're not like you're beheading them.
Yeah, she's not aiming for headshots or,
Yeah.
or parts.
It is also. I assume it's still the lightning
I
gun
believe
that you
that
got.
Bailiff
No,
got
this
like
is actually I've got an actual gun at Giselle.
like a
Okay.
fire powder gun. These do
Fair enough.
exist. Speaking of which, the it is now. Is that your whole turn?
That is my whole turn.
The Sea Dog Sharpshot produces a short bow and sees Crom is causing some problems and takes aim with a hail of arrows.
Ooh. Going to demon hunter me.
Oh.
All those miss.
Yep, seems like they fire off some shots, but a couple of them ping off Crom's armor. And after that, they reposition a little bit to try to get a
I'm with
better
my
angle.
sharp shot.
Desisha.
Okay. Checking. Second. I 30-foot line misses that, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
35. Darn. That would have been cool. But since this guy is next to me, I will show him the dangers of Desticia Volantilis. Vindrix. She is going to spell strike this guy.
All right.
So
If you're going to do that, delay to after Maker.
read me.
What?
BBDB. Fine. A delay. The delay is. Can I delay? Is that a thing?
It's a free action. Yes, you just change your initiative to after the person you're delaying it to after.
Fine.
Which is
Go ahead.
literally just it's the same initiative. It's basically
Right.
an ordering.
All right.
After you.
Maker.
Maker is going to do 3 actions. First, he's going to raise his shield. Second, he's going to use disassemble. I think that's the name of the feat.
All right.
Temper Hadder. So this is a crafting check. Which on a critical success, he can make the target flat-footed and inflict a -10 penalty to its speed by tampering with their armor.
This is just
like-
a class. This is just a level DC, right? So
Yeah, then that's a 20, so that's not a critical.
That's a
That's just a
success.
normal success.
yes.
Yeah, so this is it lasts for a turn. It lasts until my next turn, but it's just it's just basically a free action that I can make every turn. So he's flat-footed, low, and gets bonked twice by a giant.
Okay.
And does that hit an AC -2?
That... No, barely.
Sadly. And then a second attack. Oh, goddammit.
Just as barely.
Ah.
Lots
Nice
of flurries
job,
of
Crab.
ineffective attacks this battle.
That's turn.
All right.
They've been effective towards me.
Now
All right.
Justicia.
Now, Justicia will use Spell Strike.
Go for it.
You will know the name of Justicia Volantilis.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Vindrick.
there a shield raised status?
Okay. I will. There is no button to just do this, so it's an attack roll.
Go for it.
Beep. And
Yep.
that's a 19 hit.
A 19 hits.
Okay, good.
Goddammit. I missed by one twice.
Okay, so she spell strikes with where's my magic tap? There it is. With gouging claw. Her blade goes deep into the enemy. Let's see. Damage 9 plus my attack damage 5. Both
So,
piercing.
14.
It looks like it, yes.
Do you not get
Not yet. I have to activate my arcane cascade, and I
but you
can't do
don't
that
get
until I
you don't
cast
get your stat mod to your main weapon damage?
until. Oh no, because it's dexterity.
Yeah.
I can't,
Yeah,
Yeah.
finesse only changes your
Attack
to
roll.
hit.
Attack.
It doesn't change your damage.
yeah,
Oh, huh. Okay.
only a rogue has that.
Yeah, you need to be a thief rogue to get a dex damage on a melee.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
And I do, but now I activate arcane cascade, and which increases my speed by 10 feet, and can I? And all my attacks, when I deal damage to flat-footed
Mhm.
foes, they take they'll take 2 additional damage.
excellent. So, that is your turn.
Oh wait, no, they'll take 3 extra damage because of my
Free
because
hand.
of what I am. Yes,
Um,
and that is my turn.
so this sharp shot is going to take aim and fire a barrage at Bayleaf.
That's a hit. Woo, that's a miss. That's a critical miss.
Do critical misses
critical
do
misses
anything? I
matter?
think they just miss.
They do.
They do. What do they do?
Furious typing.
Let's see. At least I thought they did something. They might not.
I think it has to say they do something.
Like some
Because-
spells have a critical miss.
Yeah.
Attack.
Strike. Nope, there is just no effect.
Okay.
There is no effect.
And that
Yeah.
second one is just a hit. Yeah.
Does,
So
does she
this-
have cover
I don't. Wait, from who?
From here.
Oh, they're from that direction.
Yeah,
Never mind,
no.
sorry.
Yeah, so the does 20 hit?
20 hits.
Okay, so damage and damage.
Ow and ow.
And then they will use their last action to reach into this device here. And they'll pull out like a long sort of like crystalline like scepter, like a staff almost. It looks like it's like embedded as the
Oh, I don't like that.
They have
mechanism
4
of this
actions?
thing. No,
They have 4 actions?
they have a 2-action thing that lets them make 3
Ah.
attacks.
Ah, okay then.
They have
Oh yeah, that guy moved.
this.
Pretty shot. Guy, girl, I'm not sure.
And they will this thing looks like it powers down as like its operational stave is removed, but it is now equipped by the Sea Dog snapshot.
Indeterminate gender archers.
And Spearfish, who moves up, goes into
Chala.
low tide, and swings at Crom with a trident attack. With a miss.
Yes.
And then we have the KO'd Spearfish. And the Scoundrel, who does not really seem interested in fighting at the moment, but he does like run up here and try to get an eye on what's going on. He like shouts something in
Pirate can't.
Pirate Cant.
More ships.
Says something about starboard is incomprehensible.
It's
Why did we start this fight?
Lust for battle.
Bloodlust?
I am going to punch you after this is over.
Why did we start with this battle? Says young woman who pulled out gun and fired it directly into the air. Whenever I have a problem, I just pull out a gun. Bam, different problem.
Be ready to meet God.
Anyway, carry on. It is Crom's turn.
Rom is not going to let that that cannon rod to be used against them. This person the Sea Dog Sharpshot has basically painted a target on their back. So Crom is going to use.
I feel like aiming a cannon at your own ship is dumb.
Well, they're
Well,
not
it's not
aiming
aiming
a
a
cannon.
scepter.
They took a scepter out of the cannon.
Ah, okay.
It's like a wand at
didn't.
this point.
going to use sudden charge,
Go for
which
it.
Did not know.
allows him to stride twice,
I'm still
allows-
good by this fight.
get up to here,
You
and
do provoke
attack.
an attack of opportunity.
Wait, they have attack of opportunity?
Yeah, they're like spearmen. They're
Oh, shit.
like actual combatants. They know how to fight.
I was sitting
They
here
have a
thinking,
stance.
man, I love that Archive. The Archives Pathfinder has very little attack of opportunity. Adam has chosen the enemies with attack of opportunity to put the fear of God into me.
But it looks like
And there's
It
do these spears
misses.
have reach? Now that I think about it,
they do not actually. I don't think. I think tridents
Yeah.
are just like a poke you stick.
Yeah,
You can throw
they-
them, but
fair enough. Fair enough. More wondering if Bailiff should be worried.
I'm really worried.
You suddenly stride.
And then as part of this, the sudden charge, I attack.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Then strike.
No,
Ah,
not going to do it, unfortunately. Fighter accuracy does not mean you hit on 5s.
Yet.
Yet.
Close though.
You do come frighteningly close to hitting on 5s.
Only.
Let's see. I think I shall try attacking one more time. Yes. Because I can't. Anything else?
Smack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
The map.
What?
Click the map.
Map?
MAP, multiple attack.
penalty.
Yeah, -5.
Oh.
Click
Okay.
the map
Yeah,
might
there-
be one of like the least helpful instructions.
Click the second blue button.
Darn it.
You're very slightly less close. But the effort is there.
Okay. Crom's turn ends.
I didn't
The
even.
real question: does Chrome have attack of opportunity?
He does.
Table's turn.
Sea Dog Captain will use an action to bark orders.
Oh no.
Haven't they already used the reaction?
Oh, right, true. This one cannot step. You're correct.
The other ones cannot step either because
Steps
they're down.
back. Steps back,
Oh.
just like angry
sorry.
dog
My
hurtles
bad.
towards them. Overhead slam, just crunches, sends splinters flying everywhere, and they just sort of like hop backwards. They do the little jump that you get when you tap dodge in a Souls game instead of like actually rolling in a direction. The little dodge that nobody has ever actually used in the history of those games. But second action is going to swing at Destisha.
No. Go away.
I mean, is there a reason for him to bark orders?
Yeah. So that this person can step away. The archer sharpshot can step backwards.
Okay.
Yay.
And
Haha,
one more attack
loser.
against Destisha.
No. Come on.
Haha, loser! Oh no! I am
That's
a
a very
genius.
Destisha thing. It's a very Destisha thing.
Then 10 damage.
Is that a slashing damage?
That is in fact slashing damage.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
She casts Blood Vendetta.
Oh no. Persistent
It's a
bleed.
reaction?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. For 2d6 damage.
Okay.
Let's
Will
see.
there-
It's actually right. They do a will save. And
Will there be a redo of the Sunday game?
they do a
I will save. I assume that's a failure.
yes. So now they do the spell effect.
Which is?
They now take 2d6. Let's see. Failure. The target takes the full persistent bleed damage. Damage.
So
No,
2d6
not me. No, why am I bleeding? No.
oh no. So
How do I undo this bleed? Or am I bloodied?
I think you could just
Alright.
click the button.
Well, anyway, he takes 2d6. Why did it hit me? Was I targeting myself or something? Can't seem to target anything else.
It might Am I pointing the right end of this curse towards the target? Looks at her hand, blows herself up.
2d6 bleed. And what's the difficulty on it?
To dodge, it's spell
The-
DC 19.
19. It looks like, if I understand this correctly, it will. It should now, whenever it gets to his turn, bleed him.
I
Yeah,
have a.
th-
Can you get rid of the bleed on me so it doesn't?
How it works is you click on that little ailment thing. Persistent damage is there. You click on that, and it'll bring up a menu of all the persistent damage on you.
Nothing showed up when I clicked it on. Is it on me? Right
It was
my
on
token.
you. Yes, on your token.
Yeah,
Right click, and the
I
little
would
aura
let-
guy.
Yeah, nothing happened when I
Third
clicked
row
it.
from the bottom, center column.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
There,
Now I see it. Now I see it.
Yeah, I turned it off for you. But if you click on
Thank
that,
you.
you'll get a little menu that shows all the ongoing damage you're afflicted with.
Okay.
So,
So
this guy is afflicted with 2d6 bleed, and he should take it on his turns now. And
and
is
he takes it right now as well.
okay.
And when the spell activates,
Okay, so
I forgot I could
think
do that.
12,
Should have done it
2d6.
before.
He takes 8 damage.
Well, then screw you.
It's her turn, right?
It is her turn.
No, it's Bailey's turn.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah,
Bailey's turn.
That was my
Correct.
reaction. He also he has weakness 1 to piercing and slashing damage.
Good to know.
Okay. Alright,
Bailey,
seeing
go
that
ahead.
this person is preoccupied with stabbing at Crom and then shuffling back and forth,
Mhm.
Bailey is going to let me measure body. Yeah.
It's aggressively.
Bailey. Whoop, up to
Pretty
here.
much. Oh,
Actually,
right.
I'm
I
gonna
should
go
describe how that happened. When the sea dog hits Desticia, her eyes flash for a moment, and a wound blasts open in the same spot where she was cut on the sea dog.
Ah, damn soul arts.
Darn tootin' I do.
Bailey
Now
is
bleed.
reloading as she's running, using running reload, aptly named. Then she is going to do a assisting shot at the sea dog.
Mhm.
Shot. Say that 3 times fast. Boop. Crom didn't successfully hit him, right?
No.
Okay. That's a critical hit.
Yeah, that is a critical hit. Precisely. Minus.
And I should, if I press this damage button, it should apply, or you can do it. Yeah. I remembered that you target things in this.
You can.
And then.
So, anything else in your turn?
Yes. I am then going to do a risky reload to take another shot. Let's see, map -5. 17, pretty sure misses. Yes, it says miss.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Oh, that's actually interesting.
Yeah, I forgot you.
This sharp shot is going to target Desticia, who has painted a target on her back.
No.
Keep
How did
the
you select-
mage.
How did you choose the target?
It's troll click, I
The
think.
target. There's a target. Select targets under the select tokens over on the side of the screen, where the rulers are.
Oh,
Oh, thank
No
goodness!
hits.
Whoa, woo, wah.
She just hides behind Maker. Maker doesn't move, but she dodges back and forth behind Maker.
well, I guess he still has a shield raised.
All right, and then Maker.
I'm going to live dangerously, I guess, instead of raising shield this round. Maker is going to
Oh.
overdrive.
I'm sorry, real quick. I forgot we fucking have hero points. Do you mind if I reroll what I did?
Sure, go for it.
Do
Sure.
that real quick. That's a hit. Yeah, we'll take that. There you go.
All right.
Anyway,
That will
an
do some
overdrive.
extra damage.
Critical success, which means I get
You get
Like-
the super version of it.
yeah, just checking what's the actual benefit.
It's like plus int to damage, I think, for like all your attacks.
Plus into damage is the base effect.
It's plus half int to damage for base effect, I
Ah.
think. And then it just
But-
goes
oh,
full
yeah, right.
int when you crit.
Yeah, so this is going to be plus 4 damage to Maker and his invention.
Oh no, Maker's
Then-
inting.
Then he's going to tamper with the guy's armor again.
Leave
This-
my armor alone! The hell are you doing?
I will be taking your shoes.
Yeah, that's a
That would be a
critical
critical-
success.
So he's tempered for a while. And then he's going to give 2 actions to his constant. Let's see if I
Okay.
can roll a hit roll.
Go for it. No.
I'm going to reroll that. I still have my thingy.
Go for it. Hey, you can hit.
Thank you, damage roll.
That's a lot of
Bonked.
damage.
Maker is trying to be non-lethal here.
Not quite dead.
And then bite. No bite.
No bite.
How do I? I have to click the other. Okay, that's all my action.
Distisha.
Is getting tired of being hit by this guy, so she is going to activate the force power dimensional assault. She is going, let's see, cast. She hops, she kind of just walks to the side, but just goes out of sight. It's just outside the peripheral vision, and she steps back in next to this spearfish
As you do. Push.
and goes for the stab.
Sparkles.
And it is personal.
Nothing personnel, kid.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes,
Oh,
this
it
is very
is.
personal.
It is extremely and utterly personal, but it doesn't mean much.
Nice shot.
That is a miss.
Let's see. I've got my spell strike back. Do I want to risk? This thing hasn't been hit yet. So, and everyone's trying to hit her. She is going to. You know what? This big thing is Nito, so she's gonna start going over there. Let's see. So
They
she
can
has.
deal with that end of the ship.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. She is gonna go over here. Hide behind Crom. Oh no, she's gonna hide behind this thing. Hi. Wait, no, she'll be here to protect Bayleaf.
Yeah.
And her last action, she activates a shield.
Okay. That leaves this Sea Dog Sharpshot, who levels the spear at Crom, who is large and extremely menacing. and charges it with 3 actions.
Charges it.
And fires. Does that hit?
Miss.
It misses.
Yeah. He's got an armor of 22.
Okay, then he takes 6 lightning damage
What?
as the bolt hits him, but it crackles through his armor and damages him regardless.
It kind of fluffs up.
Just, yeah,
He's a sparky boy.
He's even bigger now.
it's raining, so his fur very quickly starts to like dampen down. But for a moment, it's like poof. You see some lightning course across the water on the deck.
Uh-oh.
This spearfish is going to try to flank Meeker.
Not happy. That hits.
Is it a crit? You are flat-footed against it.
It's not. It's not. I have
Okay.
a C21 base.
Okay.
You have a very
Okay, -8.
And then a miss.
Damage.
And
I am not happy with this.
I believe in you, Maker. You can do it.
This fellow, he just like drops the pirate cant and he's just like, to hell with it. No, stop that! Stop that! Put down the storm rail. What are we? Everyone, stop this at once! Stop fighting. There's like a bit of a pause as like some of the pirates start to like glance around and lower their
Nobody
weapons.
wants to be the first to lower their weapon.
Yeah, no one wants to be the first to lower their weapons. He's
Maker is going to complete. Lower your weapons, you imbeciles, before I throw you off this ship myself.
Do any of you want to make an intimidate check?
Probably.
Maker is intimidating his whole party. One moment, I have a giant construct that is for some reason proficient in intimidation despite having a charisma of +0.
I don't yet have the ability that lets me use intimidation by gun firing.
The construct is very spooky.
The construct spooks
has-
everyone a bit. Everyone like lowers their weapons just a bit. Yeah, I thought so. Hey, that's a Lackmarin. We do not pick a fight with a Lackmarin. We have... Listen, whoever these folks are, they ain't our enemies. I
We
don't
tried
know
to
why they
tell you
pulled...
that before.
Yeah, and I was just telling my friend here that we would take your deal when you pulled out the freaking gun. The hell are you
Small
thinking?
problem. You come back, they know that we fucked them over and lied. They can send messages forward to the towns we're heading to.
That's the reason you started this fight.
And, you know, they're pirates.
That's the reason you started this fight.
I didn't hear you objecting when I was talking about it with everybody.
You started this fight by surprise. I am very cross with you.
Again, I talked about it with everybody right here, right now.
Okay,
So, you're willing
everyone-
to parlay then, yes?
Yeah, we're willing to... Okay. Put the... Tisha, put the storm reel back in the cannon. I'm coming over there. If you are willing to allow it, combat time will end.
Yeah, not putting a weapon away, but lowering it.
They drop a gangplank between these two ships.
Oh, Justicia is gonna tend to these, as a token of friendship, starts tending to these spearfish to make sure they're not gonna die.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Beep.
Well, they're not getting any more likely to die.
Good.
They seem basically stable. But this guy, he crosses over the game plank at a brisk pace, looking just very frustrated. He does hold out a hand, though. Name's Oran, and this stand back, miss. He puts a hand up and kind of like shoos Justicia back.
She was about to put out her hand to shake it, but
Okay.
He
Okay,
extends
fine.
the handshake to Maker instead. You seem reasonable.
I try to be. I have been saddled with this bunch, and unfortunately, the blue thing has made herself some sort of religion's icon for the land-based rebels we aided
Maker,
recently.
that hurt.
God
That
damn.
hurts me. Right here. In my heart.
Have you heard about Erged?
Hard not to, friend. Listen.
Guilty as charged.
That was us.
Tell them that.
Really not. He pauses, he thinks for a moment, like he drops his voice just a little bit. Enough that it's like kind of hard to hear over the rain if you aren't right next to him, and he just mutters in Lekmarin. A long way from home, brother.
Can we do a perception check?
You can.
I was stationed elsewhere, but I was unfortunately captured and found myself on a ship on the southern shore
Rank?
with this lot.
Name and rank?
Maker, 4th Order Engineer.
4th Order Infiltrator. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to
Listen.
meet you.
Listen. And your traveling companions, trustworthy or useful?
They are useful. I am uncertain about trustworthy just yet. The Imperial has
Question to Bailey.
lost.
Can you understand
Blackmarn.
yes.
No.
Well, you do hear them like muttering to one another in a language you do not understand.
Hey, friends. How about we talk for everybody to hear?
In a moment.
In a moment, friend.
No. No moments.
Listen, your friend here is hearing what needs to be said. Just continue, why don't you? Alright. Though, I'll speak up. We were just discussing a few things from his homeland. I haven't met a proper Lakmaran in some time, but I've got acquaintances in their numbers. And as you can see, I've got contacts with which I can procure an occasional device. We are admirers of yours, I should say. Or at least I am, personally. I think there ain't a soul on the ship who'd turn their nose up at what you done in Argade, if that credit you claim is as it
No.
should be.
Maybe we're not trustworthy enough for that.
she does speak Lakmarin.
Yeah, well, you can only, interesting. Anyhow, where you find folks heading, If not, if you ain't in the Empire's pocket. Might I ask?
Well, since
Might I
you're a
ask for your
seaboard,
interest?
I must admit, I am mostly looking for someone like you so I can situate myself better in the region. Returning to the mainland is not in a reasonable plan for me at present. I am uncertain about this lot, although they have, as mentioned, found themselves in the good graces of the land of the Continental Rebels, and I am happy to help.
Well,
I literally saved your life, Maker.
And I am happy, and I am glad for that. I will try to save your life if that ever comes up.
well, listen. If what you're looking for is a way to get in contact with the good old godless city, I think you'll have some luck looking for contacts in the city of Scythia Dagon. Scythia Dagon is a port town, a island just off the main body of Patu. It's never been under particularly tight imperial control, even by local standards, and it's something of a hub spot for a lot of us less than lawful folk, eh? If you've got another destination in mind, then I wouldn't make an immediate detour. We are still assessing, but there is a listening post there. So, well, up to you. Hopefully that'll help you situate yourself a little bit more, as you say.
we were heading further inland.
No
That's
rush.
That
practically
was
now.
the plan.
As I say, no rush. To my knowledge, ain't no one, whether they be like Marin or more seaborne outlaws such as these fine fellows here, he gestures to the rest of the crew, ain't many folks who are acting in a committal fashion just now. We got a lot of wait and see is the general approach. Wait and see what happens.
So we have to do all the hard work before you join in.
Can you blame a fella for making sure that their head ain't about to roll before putting their neck on the line?
I sure can. You can't stop me.
That's a fine attitude. So, you
I got a
need,
solution for your day's problems.
eh?
You take your weapon onto one of the other ships. I'm sure you got explosives, gunpowder on the others.
Yeah.
The ship needs to go down, make it look like the weapon's gone.
Good.
Then you go harass somewhere else.
In fact, I can do you one better. This ship is, it's pricier to replace a ship than to just replace the core of one of these things. Why don't you take the storm rail staff and bring it along with you as proof that you've dismantled the machine? Truth in the matter is it's easy enough to replace, but, I mean, it costs a bit of money, but less than repairing an entire ship. You take that along, and tell them that you dismantled the machine beyond all recognition and drove us off. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
That works.
Looking to
That
prom,
is
then she
very
nods.
kind of you.
Of course, anything to lend a hand where needed. Again, drop by if you have a chance. Always good to see a friendly face out here in this less than civilized land. But
Frowning.
oh, and one more thing. He pauses and he shifts into like Marin again, keeping his voice low and friendly. You ain't heading into the center of the continent, are you?
It is primarily a goal of the servitor, but I must admit I have my own interests.
Be careful. Listen, the locals sometimes visit that place to cry over their poor dead parasite, but none of the infiltration teams we've sent in to try and dig into the old temple have returned. I would not be surprised if the Imperials have set up some sort of safeguards against anyone poking their nose too deep in. If you plan on going into the inner chambers or what have you, keep your wits about you and keep your weapons ready. And don't
All the time.
hesitate to retreat.
Fair enough.
All right, thanks. He nods and shifts back to Common Imperial. All right, folks, we'll be pulling out from here, and over the storm rail, and our fine friends will be heading back with happy news for the local overlords. We'll be back once we've had a chance to patch our wounds and fetch a replacement stave. Should be a good few days. Maybe we'll get a few more easy targets out of it.
Okay,
Off to you.
I'll be.
She comes over and puts her hand out for the staff.
Crom reaches over her and puts his hand out first.
No!
It is handed over to Crom.
Yes.
It is a long,
We-
sort of pale blue crystal staff etched with like complex akkadic symbols on it. It interestingly does have a trigger on it and appears to be able to be used as a gun. You can give it a bit of a closer examination at a later time.
Crom just moves it around in his hands, looking at the different sides of it and looking down it. This is interesting.
Whenever you run your hands over the surface of the crystal, it just charges you with static. Like, just you get like little clip zips and zaps as you move over its facets and symbols.
Interesting. I will
So-
hold on to this.
A
So,
word before we depart.
go ahead.
We have delivered a request for reinforcements from nearby Naslin. It is possible that with your departure, they will send troops south and have a weaker garrison after a while.
You don't say. I'll relay that on. It'll be good knowledge for certain folks that I'm in contact with back in Lagan.
Watch your targets.
We'll watch, yeah. Thanks for the information. Very, very interesting. Mind if I ask? Mind if I ask? What's the situation looking like down south? Are they as stretched as thin down there as they are up here?
So far, they're stretched
They
in everywhere.
Fascinating. You don't say.
There's one thing that might help you.
Mm-hmm.
They've been given orders not to waste resources.
Interesting. Interesting. Understandable. Not bad, but excessive caution. We can use that. Thank you. You've more than earned the assistance. Not as if I get the impression we could stop you. Anyhow.
I know.
As far as I'm concerned, we earned the ship. If welcome.
Well, we appreciate your generosity in letting us keep it. So, afternoon to you.
Farewell. May you have successful plunders upon the Imperial dog word. Yeah, I'm going.
Might give me a
She
hand, Crom.
grabs onto the rope and rappels down.
Looks over at the sea dog captain. A splurt of blood comes off of him. Goes down onto the ship.
Come help.
he reaches out a hand and just what? How far down? How tall is the ship? Yeah, I
It's
probably
about.
could.
I'd say it's about like a 6 foot drop. Honestly, when it's going down, if Crom just like because the crates aren't cluttering up the barge anymore, like
Support my
Bayleaf
butt.
can probably just hop down.
Catch me.
Crom just picks her up from under the belly and just lowers her down like some sort of dog.
Yeah.
Tossed down.
Thanks, big boy.
The classical potato carry position. Potato sack carry position.
So, you head back to town with the pirate ships. As you depart, they unfurl their sails fully and turn to depart.
On the ride back, Desticia takes out her healer's kit and starts going to work on her wounds.
That guy made my skin crawl.
Oh, it's gonna look awful because she has risky surgery.
Oh no.
Oh my.
So all 6 of her hands start knitting her flesh as she goes at it like some sort of spider on their web with a bunch of medical equipment.
Oh dear.
Okay, first.
Snip,
All
snip.
right.
Stitch.
The traditional self-surgery.
First she takes 1d8 damage, 3 damage.
Oh dear.
And then I roll medicine. +2. Come on, go up to 2. There. And then she any success she gets is automatically raised to a critical success.
Very nice.
And that beats the 20 threshold, so she gets 4d8 plus 10.
Big healing.
Big healing, indeed. How much was she missing? 26.
Yeah, plus 3, so 29 health.
You know, Bayleaf is just gonna bleed.
Not gonna let the stitch give you some tender stitches with no anesthetic.
Oh, thank you.
Maker is also probably just going to wait for the long rest. Or whatever they're called in this system.
Yeah.
That feels much better.
So, I think
Risky
they're called
surgery.
sleeping for 8 hours in this system.
Now you get stabbed, sleep it off.
Yep. So, when you get back, are you just going to, or are you just going to do the basic turn in and get payment, or are you going to try to like pass anything in particular along? Because if you're just going to like show that you,
If you let us get away with the blag of like, yeah, we fought, secured the device, we couldn't really win the ship, but they couldn't, they didn't want to keep fighting.
yes, give me a deception as you do this, and tell me who is going in there to deliver this news. Presumably all of you, but you could send someone ahead.
Pretty much me and Bayleaf
Maker
are
is
kind of
just-
the talkers. So
Maker is
one
just
of us,
constantly staying silent on these Imperial occasions.
I think she can. Do you want to talk to them?
I think
I
I
can
should.
talk to them.
I think I should do the lying talkie.
Okay, I'll give you backup.
Yeah, so this is your in
Aid.
Bayleaf.
I guess that does. She tries to aid.
It's not a critical failure, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have the better score than me, but I'm lying. I'm going to use my last hero point. That's better.
Okay, so you sort of like head into the Praetor's office, and the elven woman, she looks Praetor Tulia. She looks equal parts like relieved to have this problem dealt with, and also like mildly annoyed that like none of you died in the process. She just like groans and is like, so be it. And the machine that you say this staff is proof of its destruction. Could you leave that with us? I believe our scholars would like to examine it.
Well, I saw it as rightful salvage, but if you want to give us a bit more of a reward, be happy to.
Oh no, I kind of want to
She-
keep it.
She pauses and thinks to herself, "You know it. It's just a stick. Keep it. I am not paying you out of my own pocket any more than necessary." She grudgingly
Handing the
tosses
staff
like a
to
purse.
the cross. To Crom.
No skin off my bones. It slips in his backpack.
She like tosses like a pretty heavy-looking purse on the table. 500 gulders, as you wanted, and as agreed upon. So long as you keep the sum total under 100 gulders, you may requisition a limited amount of supplies, no more than one item each, from the armory. All right, understood. Very good. Now, go along. Stop wasting my time. Thank you.
Goodbye. Have a good day.
Pleasure aiding you.
Oh, yes, it should be. You've done a service to the Empire today, and for that, I expect it is one of your better days. Begone.
Ah, the happiest. Head on out. Now I'm going to klepto.
Okay.
But
give
I
me-
would like to perception to try and find somewhere there isn't somebody keeping watch on shit.
Okay,
But
perception.
everybody's outside, so this should be easy.
Yeah, everyone's outside.
Wow.
Yeah, you find there's like you're able to find like a jewelry box of all things. Like that lady was wearing like a lot of just various accoutrements like earrings, bracelets, rings. This one doesn't seem to be too heavily stocked. It's just like a little box where you might take off some of your jewelry before like eating dinner. Seems to be like outside a dining hall.
Guess we'll take the whole box.
Just sort of take it along. Probably valued at maybe like 30 gold or something like that.
Okay. Here is my attempt to hide it well on my person, just in case I am searched.
And you're like glanced over as you leave, but Bayleaf is able to conceal it on her person. +1 stolen item.
Woo!
We're 2 for 3.
That one's always going to haunt me.
Me too. It looked like a nice scarf.
We'll go back
The,
one day.
the achievement's forever out of your reach. You never get the whole set. So Praetor items.
You don't understand how much that bothers me.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
going back one day.
the next time the main quest takes you there, it's a different instance, and it's
Oh, no.
it's counted as a different scarf. So, with that, with pay in pocket and a permit to peruse the Imperial armory, I believe that is a good place to wrap up our session.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Sounds about right.
Yep. Thank you to everyone for playing, and thanks to everyone in the audience for watching. If you've enjoyed this game and are interested in participating, you can hire me. I run tabletop games professionally in a wide variety of systems and genres. Just check out the About tab on my channel for a rundown on how you can get in touch with me. I'd love to work with you to set up exactly the kind of game you and your group are looking for. Until then, be kind where you can, brave where appropriate, and always try to act in solidarity with those less fortunate than yourself.
And never